Hi friends and pretty people, it is Sarah. Today is Tuesday. You're watching A Different Pretty and I'm here to discuss all the things that I do around my house to keep my house organized. And I had all intentions of bringing the camera around the house and showing you exactly how I organize things, but my husband is home today. He's been out sick from work for a few days with some sort of horrible sore throat. And I thought that I had cleverly avoided getting sick, but I have not. I'm feeling sick today. I'm stuffy, I'm congested, I'm sick. So, I'm not going to get up and go around the house and show you, but I can talk about the things that I wanted to talk about, and I even made like a little note about like the areas of things that I wanted to talk about. I use a lot of the same techniques and things that Pam and Kelly have already discussed, like reusing containers, reusing food containers for food purposes, reusing food containers for storage purposes, and I just wanted to go over the things that I do personally, and then like, you know, that'll be that. The first thing that I wanted to talk about was makeup organization, and the way I have my makeup organized right now, it's in a small 3-drawer container which sits on top of another 3-drawer container, and I pretty much keep all my face, eyeshadows and such in the smaller, well, I guess I'll just show you. Okay. So I can do what's in the bedroom, I guess. So I've got face stuff up here, body lotion that I'm in the process of using up. I've got all my single eyeshadows and loose eyeshadows, all of my quads, and then these Physicians Formula things. But I got this really cute little storage dinghy at the Salvation Army for like $5, I think it was, and then I just took some scrapbooking paper and I cut it out to the size, and then I put it in the front so that it looks nicer than just some 3-drawer organizer. And then I've got, you know, jewelry boxes and such. So I keep this for makeup, and then clothes, lip products, body products like lotions, body sprays and such. And then I've got this 6-drawer dresser, which also came from IKEA. That came from IKEA. And then you come up, can see all my beautiful packages that need to go out. Up here is where I keep all my jewelry organized. These plastic trays are actually Land O'Lakes egg cartons for their organic cage-free eggs. They're about maybe $1.50 or $2 more expensive than the other eggs, but they come with these really nice plastic containers, so I've started buying that brand just for the containers. And it's neat because I can keep all my necklaces, bracelets, brooches, more necklaces, my Swarovski necklaces and such in there. And then this is the second drawer. It's kind of like my catch-all drawer. I keep my hair stuffs, random stuffs, you know, some extra thread, my sewing box in there. And then these 3 drawers right here, there, and there are all my clothes drawers, and that's self-explanatory. And then down here at the bottom, I keep some of my scrapbooking stuff, like my shoebox is filled with things that I need to scrapbook. And like Miss Pam, I kind of stash my stuff. Like this is my sewing machine, and like, I keep everything in Tupperware containers under my bed. So like, this one has all my polymer clay stuff in it. This one has all my stickers and kawaii stationaries. And there's more boxes, and there's even a fan. And I don't know, like Miss Pam says, like, it's under your bed, who's gonna see it? Right, and then, yeah, and then this is more makeup stuff. This is like makeup that I use when I'm doing like costumey, elaborate looks. I've got all this stuff up here, candles burning, tea, because I'm sick. And then in this first drawer are all my office stuffs, post-it notes, checkbooks. Yeah, because everyone should have a knife. I'm one of those people. So I keep my knife in there. And then in this drawer I've got eyeliner, lip products that I need to use up, eyeshadow bases, and you know, eyeshadow pencil, pliers and such. Pretty much like just these little organization bins keep everything separated so it's easy to find. And then down here I've got, you know, more methods of organization. Friggin', you know, to hold my palettes, to hold, you know, deodorant, nail polish remover. I've got travel bottles if I want to decant or anything. And then this is what I used to use for my brushes. I now use it for my face painting brushes and extra things in there. And then you come over here, and I'll turn on the light so you can see a little bit better. I keep more cosmetics, little thing from the store to keep my cotton squares in. This really neat lamp with these little things came from Dominique in my prize pack that I got from her, and this is the little candle holder that I use to hold my brushes because it's just easier for me to get to. And then I've got like fragrance room sprays, you know, little things. This also came from Dominique, which is really neat because I really needed a pencil cup, so now I have one. And then my external hard drive, my stapler, address book, POS phone, and then to the right of my desk I've got a towel on top of my craft supply box because the kitties like to look out that window and they like jumping up here, and I'd rather not have their little kitty bits getting inside my craft supplies, so I cover that up. I've got ribbons, extra stationery, and scrapbooking stuff here. That is my dirty laundry. I'll try to keep that out of the picture. This drawer I use for all my electronics and stuff. This drawer is for all my notebooks because I love notebooks. And then this is where I keep all my felt. And then this is all my nail stuff that I have organized. And I used to have a different system for organizing my nail polish, but as you can see, my collection has grown just a little bit, so I keep all my stuffs in here now. All the stuff at the top is like nail art and nail stamping stuff back there, and then implements. And then cute little decor wheels to keep my stuff in there. And then yeah. Yeah, I think that's everything. So that was everything for like my office space type makeup, nails, clothing. Yes, I don't have that many clothes, so all of my clothes pretty much do fit into one laundry hamper and then those 3 drawers that I showed you, if you can believe it. I don't really have a lot of clothes. Not really too important to me. So also out in the living room I've got all my stamping, like my card stamping, card making supplies, and all my jewelry making supplies that are also in Tupperware containers like I showed you my stationery and like polymer clay stuff is in, because it's just easy to tote it out into the living room to work when my husband's at home, so I'm not spending all the time in the bedroom back here. But I really like the space that I've set up for myself. It's really cozy, it's really relaxing, it's a nice place to come back and regain my composure, so to speak. So so that's nice. And yeah, I pretty much have to make do with what space we have, because we live in a pretty small apartment. It's not terribly small, but there's not a lot of storage options, so I have to be really creative with the way that I store things. As far as like organization in like the bathroom or the kitchen or the living room is the main room. There's pretty much just 2 rooms, the living room and then the bedroom, and then the kitchen is just a little alcove, tiny smidgen bit little kitchen. And so we don't really spend a lot of time in there, obviously. I like to use storage in the kitchen, though. We don't have many kitchen items, so we have what we have in the drawers and the cabinets, and then like on the high shelves, they're really high up, and on the very, very lowest shelves, I use those for extra storage, because those are places that I wouldn't, you know, like the cabinets above the refrigerator and like the stove. They're cabinets that I don't really use too often, so I like to stash things like extra DVDs and papers and stuff in there, you know, file caddies and such. And then I do a lot of storage, and this closet is all storage, in the kitty litter too. So we stash that back there so it doesn't have to be out in the living room. And then in the bathroom, I keep everything really organized. I keep everything in Tupperware containers, but they don't have lids on them, obviously. They're just like the square bins, like stuff that you can get at like the dollar store. And I like doing that because it keeps the bottoms of the bottles from getting all icky, because I have to store all of my stuff underneath the sinks. And that's also where I store like my paraffin warmer and like my waxing stuff, and like my what's it called, lotion warmer for doing manicures and stuff. I store all of that in the bathroom as well. And I pretty much came up with my system of storing things through having to move so much. I found that it was easier to move from place to place in a hurry if everything was already contained within a container. So I've got things that are within things that are within things, kind of like Russian nesting dolls, and pretty much at the end of the day I could pack up my whole apartment in less than a week and then get going. And another thing I wanted to touch on that Kelly mentioned, she makes piles whenever she's going through her house of like trash to throw out, stuff to donate. And I used to do that too when I had a lot more stuff that I didn't really need or want, but now I really have to say all the stuff that I have is stuff that I use, or stuff that I really can't live without, or stuff that I don't want to get rid of. So the only time that really applies to me is when I'm moving from home to home, or whichever place that we're living. Then I'll do the purging and the donating, but on a regular cleanup basis, pretty much it's just about putting everything back into its spot. And then like books and movies and stuff, we've got a DVD rack that we organize all of our DVDs on. I actually separated out all of my like Googly Kitty movies into a little wicker picnic basket, because they all fit in there. And then like our books and stuff, we keep that on the... I used to have a bookshelf behind me on my personal channel when I first started making videos, and all my books are on that bookshelf, and all of my husband's books are. And then I've actually back here, down there in that little messy corner is a side table, and that little side table has a plastic Tupperware bin under it that has all the rest of my books, and then like a little cardboard box that I cut out to kind of be like a magazine holder looking thing for all my craft books. And I've got my easel set up because I'm going to start painting on Blog TV soon. And that's another thing, all my painting supplies I keep in the kitchen. All my candle making supplies I also keep in the kitchen too, and they've got a little cubby hole. So pretty much just try to find a spot for everything, and everything in its spot, and then thinking about ways of recycling and reusing containers that are beneficial for my methods of organization. But pretty much I'm not a squeaky clean organized person. It's just like everything's in its spot. It kind of looks cluttered, but it's all clean, like I dust regularly and stuff. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you next Tuesday. Bye guys, take care.